It's the Arizona Daily Stars Match Play Video Extra, brought to you by Fry's Food Stores. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley, joined by Daniel Berk. Daniel, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. As the great golfer slash philosopher Ray Lewis once said, Daniel Berk, game day.
Yes.
32 matches today in the first round. 64 of the world's best golfers out here at the golf club at Dove Mountain. Only 32 will survive. Daniel, is this the best day of the best week of the year or what?
I mean, it really is. And already we're seeing, the drama that's unfolding and the upsets that are brewing. And, I just looked in there. Obviously play got started this morning at 7:25 already. Bubba Watson, Dustin Johnson, Keegan Bradley, Steve Stricker, all down. Mm-hmm. Four of the best Americans out there, all down already. So, just the drama and everything, it's just so entertaining and should be a fun day.
We look at the matchups, obviously, it pairs guys with different styles and certainly different personalities. So one that I'm going to be watching here is Rory McIlroy versus Boo Weekley, and Northern Ireland's favorite son versus a guy who belongs on the show Party Down South. Who wins that one, and how fun is that going to be to watch?
Well, I thought it was great yesterday when someone asked Rory, what's the conversation going to be like when you guys are out there? And he said, I don't think we have much in common. I don't go hunting. So that's kind of the only thing that people know about Boo Weekley is that he hunts. But no, I think Rory should get by him, and I think he's playing some really good golf. And to me, he's the favorite in this thing. Number one seed. I like his draw, so I think he should be able to get by Boo Weekley. But I think if you look today, that's certainly one of the more intriguing matchups, along with the first one that went off today, Ian Poulter and Ricky Fowler. And Ricky Fowler is already up here through 8. But those are the two that I think are the most entertaining. But I like Rory to get by Boo.
Though, one thing about Weekley is he hits fairways better than almost anybody in this field. Sometimes you just need to be a ball striker who doesn't make mistakes, and it'll help you in a match play format. Could that get in Rory's head, do you think?
If he does it today, absolutely. Our Greg Hansen, who knows every golf stat in the world, pointed out that Boo Weekley's number one in fairways hit and the number one in greens and regulation, mm-hmm. and that's how you win a tournament like this. But at some point, talent comes into play, and you're going up against the best golfer in the field. Can you still make those shots? Can you still hit the greens? Can you still hit the fairways? That's what we're going to find out. But I think that's definitely, I think you nailed it, the most intriguing one of the day.
Daniel Berk, prediction time. Who wins the tournament?
Well, I was all ready to come out here and say Dustin Johnson.
Yeah.
I really like the way he's playing. He's finished second back-to-back weeks at Pebble and then at Riviera, and he's already down. He lost the first hole. He's one down through one. I'm going to still stick with him. I really like the way he's playing. He's a guy who we talked about earlier in the week. I think his style fits this course. Long hitter, straight hitter. And just playing really well. So he's a guy that I really like. And another guy that I mentioned to you earlier and have mentioned to you hundreds of times is Jordan Spieth. 20-year-old and just playing good golf. And he's all square through 5 or 6 here today, but he's a guy that I think could win. But if I had to pick one guy, which is just so hard to do because this is so unpredictable, Dustin Johnson's my guy.
I'm going to pick the guy who's the best story, Daniel Berk, and that's Sergio Garcia. Obviously, he's been out in this tournament for the last 7 years or so. He's struggled. He's a guy who is probably as well known on the tour as anybody for playing below his perceived talent level. It's a very nice way of saying he's an underachiever. If Sergio were to make a run, he's a 2 seed in this tournament. If he could make a run into the weekend, I think that we could see this become a massive golf story worldwide.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember a couple years ago he won when Tiger was out with his tabloid scandal, and he was thanking everyone. He said, I'd like to thank Tiger Woods for not being here. Yeah. So maybe that's what he says on Sunday if he gets it done. But when you said the best story in the field, I thought you were going to talk about your boy Kiradesh Afri Barnrat, who you wrote about Tuesday, the number 64 overall seed going against Henrik Stenson. That's the best story in the field. You convinced me of that.
Kiradesh Afri Barnrat changed his name at age 16 because he was terrible at golf. The new name, he says, has made him better at the sport of golf, and he's taken on the number 1 overall seed later today. If he were to win, Daniel Berk, and if he were to make some sort of improbable run through this thing, I'll go change my name to Kiradesh Afri Barnrat.
Yeah, no, I'll go Kiradesh Berk if it's going to make me a better writer. I'll do that all day. My mom and dad won't mind.
Well, that'll do it from here, from the golf club at Dove Mountain. For Kiradesh Berk, I'm Ryan Finley. This is the StarNets Video Extra, brought to you by Fry's Food Stores.
Try this matchup. Low prices and faster checkout. You can count on it at Fry's.